Welcome back to some more War in the Sea. We're doing part 211, and I welcome you back. Thank you for coming, and let's get right back into the game, shall we? Let's have a good game day today. What do you say? Yeah, that'd be nice. So, we're on day 588 of in-game play. We have 231 command points. We've been resupplied over at Midway. Wake Island is doing extremely well. A little broken balance-wise, but pretty good. Do we want to max this out just because? Why not? I don't think so. I don't think Wake Island has the capability to impact anything left on the map. If we were to go to Wake to Japan, I think we can go. Is it 10 something? These guys, yeah, 10, 11. If we do nothing on them, which why would you do that? 1631. 1631 from here is, you know, not even to Japan. Close enough, but we can't bombard. So a patrol that way wouldn't really do us much. So, yeah, making Wake stronger by airfield and port doesn't really do us any good. I had a comment in after yesterday's video, one of the viewers, thank you for watching and coming back, wanted to see something special. And by something special, he was talking about this area here. And by something he means, he wanted to see me do an attack with torpedoes from ships. So we're going to see if we can work that into the game. I don't know if it's going to be possible, but we'll give it a shot and see. I think I want to expand on some scouts here. Let's see if we can get the direction right. So we have one scout going this way. We don't want to infringe on Okinawa. Let's see if we can do something up here without crossing into these. So let's set up some scouts here. I really don't want to infringe on that. Those radar zones. So we got one guy going that way and the other guy going this way, and I guess we can do a shorter one that covers both. Let's have him go from counterclockwise though on this one. So let's launch him up with no bombs. I want him to go this way, and this way. So we're screening this a little bit more. Sarah, I kind of want you to do similar. Let's see if we can get you sorted out. Which way are you going? You're checking that, so we need to check this area. So we're four corners, complete coverage. Let's see if we can do that. Very similar. We're gonna go this way. And then we're gonna send out two more. And these should continue on. And make these daily routines pretty accurate. So let's get this last one up. Okay, so these guys should be covering this. Let's see what it looks like now. I'm okay with that. These guys need to have cap because they like to get jumped. Let's make sure they're covering the battle group properly. I don't want to do any scouts because they seem to just get jumped too easily. The status over here is still in debate. You guys are leaving to go to Brunei for the fuel, I think, yeah. So we're trying to make an airfield here. We weren't going to, but we're going to do it anyway. So you're getting fuel here, and then where you going over here to get some engineering? No. I don't know. We'll work it. We'll work it as the day comes and see what we find. So I want to check these and make sure they're not in. Okay, that's okay. That's good. So we don't have as many scouts up as we did the day before, but we are sending out scouts nevertheless. I think we've done enough of the problems here. Let's launch up some cap. Over Franklin. One of our oldest fleets, even though we've swapped out some carriers that were damaged. What are you guys doing? Manila. So let's take a quick look here. So what's the plan? What do we want to do with these guys? If we look over here, I guess we could just tap these guys up with some cargo for the later engagement. We're going to have invasion of this location. I think just stick to even. That's a good policy. And we'll send these guys. Where do we want to send them? Send them over here, I guess. Make sure these guys are all loaded. These guys are just heavy troops. This guy's got nothing on him. These guys all need to go back, and we're gonna have to rearm ourselves. Let's take another look. What's this other group look like? Troop supplies, troop supplies. This is an even group. And group 3 is... Ooh. Another troop heavy. So we're gonna be broken here. Maybe we load up, and then when we come over here, that's where we get our supplies from for the second run back. That might cause a lot of damage, but we'll see what happens. We also have the Manila Defense Force here and the Essex Battle Group. And we still have these Wildcats that proceed to launch off every day, which is kind of interesting. Well, let's get these guys over. We're going to put them here in Puerto Princesa. So we're going to course you over and have you just sit here with those boys. We're going to have you unload. And of course, this is the staging area for the later battle. So we're going to have you guys go back over here. What else we got? Just one. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Let's keep the ball rolling. October 7th, we're waiting until October 16th, I think, for something else to come out. What was it? Was it a battleship? Now, of course, it doesn't give it to me there. I have to go here. Come on. September 44, 44, November 43. Okay, so November and December. That was October. Something else was in October. Nope, I don't know. Something. We're starting to think maybe another battle group, because why not? Let's get the day rolling. What are you guys doing here? Okay, you've arrived to manage cargo here. What do you got going on? Did we want to make a port here? Corsairs. Maybe that's a thing. Although, why are we so worried about it? There's nothing really to hurt us here. Heavy supplies, heavy engineering. We do have a fuel. Let's give this guy some love in Sarong and see what comes of it. Okay, so we can go up an airfield, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we can go to level 2. That gives us 8 still above. Yeah, and what does that give us over here? It gives us 6 Corsairs and 6 Hellcats. I'm okay with that, and I think you're happy now. To go up to the next airfield would be 3,000. So another run, basically. What do we got over here going on? Yeah, you're not gonna get it. I'm looking for places that maybe just want a little extra support. Hurricanes. Why are you 0? Oh, you're up, that's why. Okay. We're gonna send you back to Wake Island. To just make another run, why not? And let's see here. Yeah, you're going up there to screen. Got any doubles over here that we need to address? No, just defense forces. Sometimes you get ships that just sit and wait, and we need to make sure that we're not forgetting about them. I don't want ships over here to have cargo on them until we're ready to load them up. How's the sound, guys? Everybody okay with the sound? Microphone, music, game? Please let me know if there's something turns different in this game, so we can be happy. Everybody's enjoying the experience. So at nighttime, we have some things happening. I believe we sent some long haulers midway to Guam to get this up to another level. We're gonna go up to level 4 here. So if we spot another supply chain, I think it was up here. It may be somewhere else. Yeah, see this endpoint. Okay, endpoint's there. So this guy is not sending out any screens whatsoever. We need to fix that. And this guy is doing bottom. So we need to send up a few more. So let's launch. And they're going to be tight. They're not going to be overly aggressive. So basically that. We're going to keep this a tight square box, if you will. Yeah, next one goes south. And then we should be good. Because these guys, if they repeat and stay close enough and not infringe upon the zones, I think we'll be okay until we get to our final destination. This guy's gonna go this way. And it's just a small run. He's not going to be doing a lot, but we want them out there. Let's see what that looks like in this spread. It's kind of all over the place, but it'll work. A little slow for me. Let's get it going. And we'll stop it for a second. What's this status? Getting a little bit better. We're losing some troops. Or losing a lot of supplies. Let's keep going. Nighttime again. I want to do the same little skirmish pattern with this guy that I did with the other guy. Let's do it with this guy first. And I want to launch up some aircraft. We're going to do 4. Groups of 4. So here's what my plan is. I want 4 guys to travel this way. We can can go 408. Close enough. So you're going to do that southern border. And let's go back and send out another one from you. And I want to launch another 4. And we're going to do the same kind of thing, but we're going to go north. Bombs. And I want you to do till we get to 408. Close enough. And then I want to have a cap up over the group. Let's utilize these aircraft to the max. So we can send out a whole load of 24. Okay, so if we send out 3 more in another pattern, we can send out the last group to be cap. And that way we have all the aircraft up, and they are all in different areas, but maybe close enough to be able to engage anything that comes our way. So I just am kind of being a little creative. So we're going to send 3. This is an Oddie, the Lone Wolf Squadron here, and we want these guys to just do an up and a down, an up, 408, right? Close enough. So you're gonna do a mid-range there. So those 3 groups of aircraft that I just put up, all 3 of these, they should reoccur, do the same thing every day, because I set them on a course. Now the last group, which is 24, should be cap. You know, see it's all cap now. 24 is the max we can send out. And these guys will still have to be set up every day. But at least the other ones hopefully won't. Let's see what this looks like when we start the cycle here. And the reason why I did it on this pattern is because that's the pattern of the ship. The ship is going to move north and south in this narrow channel, and hopefully that will work for us. So let's see what that does. So there's 1, there's 2, there should be 2 groups here. Oh, that one went north. Are they overlapping really a lot? No, they're not. Okay. I'm okay with that. Little overlap is okay. Yeah, I'm liking that. Now these outside ones, there's only 4 aircraft in that group, but if they attack us when they're all I don't like that at all. I don't know, it's not that bad. That's okay. I'm alright with that. So it looks like we have these guys coming in. And let's get the ball rolling so they get there before the day's out. So Guam, we wanted to up the airfield again. Let's unload all cargo. So it looks like we have enough here to do that. Let's go take another look. So we can easily just update this to 4. What does that give us on the squadron? 12 Corsairs, which are awesome. We should probably start utilizing these guys, but I guess we can. What do we want to send out as scouts? 11, 9. I won't we send you guys out with nothing. What does that give us? 16, 20. So let's send these guys on their missions from Guam. So we're gonna just do a long distance out and back for you guys. Philippine Sea, bottom of the type here is gonna be our marker. Send out another one. I didn't have much luck bombing with these liberators. It just didn't work out too well. Kind of want you guys to stick to this little jabber. They should continue on tomorrow. I think I'm off on my screen here, but close enough. Let's see what that gives us for visual screening. Idea is to these guys be somewhat separated. You're good now. You can go back to Midway all the way. Send you all the way back to Midway. You're going to continue on your route. Wake, you're here. You're ready to go back to Midway as well. You'll get there and be able to make a return to Wake before this guy gets to Midway. So do that. So you see it's after nighttime and these guys are still doing their mission. They'll land after this one, but that's kind of neat having them scouting up in case we see something. I think we need to send one up this way. Look at, they maintained it throughout the entire night. Alright, so we're going to send up another one of these guys, maybe a couple more, because I like that they stay in the air. Maybe that's tricking the system, but we're going to utilize it as best we can. I'm going to use the edge and over. And we're going to use a marker as these islands. And we're going to go another one. You know, utilizing these aircraft, I don't think they cost me anything if I do it without any ordnance. That's getting dangerous there. Getting close to Okinawa, they may get caught. That's not what I wanted to do. Yeah, because I landed him, I can't launch again for 20 minutes in game. Alright, let's try this again. Yeah, sometimes if you get click happy, you can make errors. I don't want to go in there. So we're going to go right there. And we can just keep doing other screens. See how this works out. It might draw them out, and we might be able to catch these ships better. Just filling holes, you know. So you're going that way. You're going that way. These liberators don't seem to be attached to the thing anymore, so it is what it is. Let's get these guys out and see what it looks like. I'm okay with that. Let's hopefully they'll not trigger something like fighters, or this one's close right here. This one. Yeah, I'm okay with that. With all these aircraft scouting up, we're going to put out Cap. Which one of these? We're going to use Franklin. And yeah, you do that. How are we doing here? We're getting there. We're almost there. Look at the supplies drain, though. Yeah, that's a thing. Kaching. No, where are you? We sent somebody. I think we can still sit on this for a little bit. I've lost track of one of my ships, one of my supply groups. You are part of the invasion group 2, so we're looking for invasion group 1 and invasion group. Where are you? You were picking up, and I think we're gonna pick up enough to do an airfield. Can we? Let's see. We can get fuel here, but we can't get engineering, and we can't get supplies. So let's get the fuel, and then we need to go here, I think. Not really. How about over here in Cebu? No. Here. I thought we had spare. No, we don't. Mindano? Sarong? Pelu? We're getting further and further away from our objective. We can get engineering from here, and some supplies. Let's do that. That's a long way to go. But that's what we're trying to accomplish here, I think. That's a long way to go to get an airfield here that will never be utilized. We need to rethink this. What do you got over here? Yeah, that's quicker. Yeah, but we can't get the supplies we need. Tempesar. No. We can get everything at Pelu. Yeah, let's just keep doing that. Okay. You know, we could get the engineering, but we wouldn't have the supplies over here to up the air. Well, we would, but we don't need the supplies because we're taking off the troops. So once we hit the button and 1,000 go away, that puts us at 2,700. So minus 1,000, 1,700, and we just need to make sure we take off all the troops. So let's do that. I'm sorry, thinking hard out of my head here. So we're gonna come down to Surabaya. It's close. That's just way out of the way to do what we need to do over here because we want to, not because we need to. I'd like to have an airfield here so that we could cover this imaginary entrance point, which no ships have ever come through here that I've seen. Speaking of which, I kind of want to have a long-range scout up over here. And I think I want to do it with one of you guys. And I want to scout this bay, because I don't know if there's something there. So we're going to go this way. $761, close enough. There's a big gap there, but it'll work. Let's see if we can. Wouldn't it be funny if their aircraft carriers are all sitting here this whole time and I didn't even... Yeah, remember, they have like 4 large fleet carriers sitting out there doing nothing. I don't know where the hell they are. I don't know if I expected to see something here, but there's not anything, so. So these liberators are still doing... No, they're not. Last time they went out the whole night, and these guys didn't do it the second time around, so much for that philosophy. Hopefully we spot something again. I swear, the next group of supply ships we see, if we can attack them with surface, we're going to. Kind of like that idea. So these liberators should be going out all over that bay. The Philippine Sea. It's not a bay. But did they continue? Will they continue to do it overnight? Which is what I kind of thought they were going to do. One of these aircraft did it, but all these other ones didn't. So I think the timing's just a little broken. These guys are still doing their screening. Ooh, look, Liberator got caught. Okay. We're going to begin RTB you because that's how we roll. Unless you want to just sacrifice this guy. Kind of wish they were at higher altitude. Look at that, 6 aircraft at least coming after us. So they're sending out all sorts of bad boys. If we can make the border, we can get out. So we've got a tail gunner on this guy, in theory, and a ball turret. If we could get our speed up and climb, could we reach the border? No, look at that. That changed totally. We were on the edge. I thought we were right here. Well, I'm just confused, I guess. So you're done. We're going to send you home for the day. RTB. Maybe we'll think about sending your brother out. Let's brother you up while we're at it. I don't want to infringe on that too much anymore, so let's just do this. So he's going to land, and this guy's taking his spot, so we should be covered there. Unless these guys get tagged because of the Liberator. This guy's not getting tagged, so, okay. Let's check in on base over here. Still a little bit going on. If it gets below 2,000, we're going to have an issue, I think. Or below 3,000. So as you see, I've just noticed now, our markers have disappeared. I think the only remaining markers we had were Manila and Okinawa. And I don't think any of these other places we need for the game to be complete. The markers are helpful for you guys to remember what points we actually need in the game. But I'm actually utilizing these so I don't have to keep going back to this screen. So Manila and Okinawa, everybody else we've taken. So let's just keep it going. Don't like these two guys so close together, but it is what it is. Hey, looky. So, we have this guy here. I have a feeling that we can course you over here and take care of this. Because these guys have a tendency to go... No, he's probably heading south. Let's just do the closer the better. And then we're going to see if we can utilize some of these guys to attack this guy. So 5 ships, MS, probably 3 cargo ships. Let's go right back to what we were doing before. Let's get that off the screen. So we're going to mark him, as we always do, as a supply ship. We're going to see the direction he's headed. If he's heading south, we're good. We should be able to very fastly make up this distance. He's heading this way, so we're gonna head to mark it there, and I want you to do your best to get over there. Let's keep you in a straight line. Faster the better. No zigzag. Let's see if we can find him again. Again, this is strictly for a... Okay, here's the thing. So, we didn't highlight the cargo ship, but we did have an engagement. So, there's something I want to do. It could be a submarine. If it's a submarine, we want to be able to handle that. So we are going to put up 16 of these bad boys with depth charges. And I want you to stay over Sarah Lex battle group. I don't think there's any carriers in the area, so we are going to begin and see what comes up. This could be very bad if there are. So let's start, and so it looks like we have some supply ships. This is the guy without the gun. Okay. So I want everybody to cease fire. Let's make sure everybody's on the off button. Because for one of my viewers, we are going to chase this sucker down, and we're going to use our force to get him. We have all the auto gunnery off, so nobody should be shooting. I want to make doubly sure that that's happening. So I'm going to take the time to go through this and make sure everybody's doing their thing. So Boston, you're going to cease as well. You're going to cease as well. I think it's Conway and Jenkins are going to be our contestants for The Price is Right. You're going to break. You're gonna break. I want you guys to form up in line ahead. Let's battle line you. I want you to be maxed out. I want you to head this way. And we want to configure torpedoes. Now, that's how we're going to do it, folks. We're going to send out these guys and have them do their thing. Let's see how well this works for us. So you are the Conway. These guys are going 11 knots. I'm gonna have you guys just be friendly and let's come this way. We don't need you to get any crazy here, so let's go to 15 knots. Turn on sonar for Pasadena. No, which one of you guys? None of you guys? None of you guys have sonar? This could go very bad for us if it doesn't work out. Let's see what happens. So Lexington is actually the lead ship, I believe. Well, whatever. We're just gonna let these guys do their thing. So Conway and Jenkins. I need Jenkins to be in the lead. And you need to go this way. And we're gonna let these guys handle their business with these torpedoes. Hopefully they can get there without too much hassle. So let's follow the Jenkins, because she was already at the side of the turn, so you can, instead of you following, we're gonna have the lead here, and then you'll follow. So we want these guys to have kind of looks like number 2 is the first guy, and then you'll be the second guy. So Cozumaro number 1, and you are going to be going after, not that one, but you're going to be going after the other ship. Let's go. Yeah, you. So what are these guys doing? Are these guys running for their life? Or are they separating for... If these guys do another turn. We're gonna pick up the speed so that these guys actually speed up. Everybody maxed. Don't be dumb, silly dogs. So these guys are going off to do their business. I'm doing this strictly for you guys, just so you know. Or for the individual that wanted to do this. If it gets to the point where the Jenkins and the Conway can't manage, we will definitely work it. So we're gonna go, I wanna go this way and right up the middle. We're gonna risk it for the biscuit for sure. And I don't wanna lose these ships, but I'd kinda like to be able to just make it interesting. Are these guys gonna shoot at us? So yeah, that's a pretty daunting little deal. So if the torpedoes on these ships are 5 and 5, and I send off 3 each at one ship, so the goal here is to get you in, shoot at that, get rid of him with 3 torpedoes. And if we just cruise up right next to him and shoot our torpedoes, it shouldn't be a problem. But I imagine he'll turn. But we're faster than them. We should be able to speed right up on them and take care of business. And then the Conway, we're probably going to have to break you. I like to shoot torpedoes this way at them, and then this way at the Hoko Maru. Let's see if we can make that happen. Again, strictly for the fans is why I'm doing this. What are you guys doing over here? My God. Look at these guys rubbing nuts against each other. Should both be fired. The danger of these large ships being that close is just amazing. Pasadena, what are you doing? I don't know what the formation is they're working on, but it's ugly. Jenkins, status. So you're going to go right up the middle, my friend. That's what we want you to do. And we'll see what these guys do to us. I don't think nothing, but it's almost like we're trying to capture them. You know, Japanese naval vessel, please surrender your vehicle, your vessel. Shut your engines down, prepare to be boarded. And will they shoot back at us? If they do, we're gonna have to take care of business. This guy's slow. Why are you going so slow, my friend? What's the distance here? Alright, we're both at 99, but I'm not happy with the torpedo solutions. So we're gonna keep going. And is this realistic? Well, I don't know. You tell me. Would these guys surrender in this situation? Let's see if they shoot back. It's funny how they're just going straight. They know they can't get away. We're not really at that point yet of shooting. I'd like to see if they shoot back. Our guys have been told to cease fire until I tell them to shoot. They failed to stop. Wow, they're not even turning at all. Maybe they think we're part of them, or the war is over. So we're going to stop here, and we're going to say, so you're going to break. Jenkins, you have your target in sight. Torpedoes, 99%. Zero bubble. I'm going to have you fire. Conway is the next contestant on The Price is Right. So how accurate are these torpedoes? Let's go back to Jenkins. Jenkins, what's your solution? 26? Alright, this should be toast for this guy. Is this a realistic sinking? Probably not. That should be more than enough. Jenkins, can you maybe get that solution going here? Let's see what the torpedoes say. We're at 99 and number 3. Let's fire. So torpedoes kind of go out. So it looks like we only had 4 torpedoes left for this guy. But we're going to let you just continue on. You, my friend, are in prime. Solution, slow the hell down. And your torpedoes are going after number 1 at 99. I think we're going to do a 2 on you. And we're going to show this from here. Actually, fire. Torpedoes come out, and there they go. And again, this is for a fan of the channel. These guys are turning. If the torpedoes miss, we will swing around and hit them again. Let's do a hard turn on you. As that guy goes down. I love to see it. I love to see it. The animations of the sinkage of the ships are just great. Avoid those torpedoes, please. Looks like that guy did. Because you missed your torpedoes, my friend, I want you to open fire on number 3. So you're going to go narrow fire. Conway, if your torpedoes miss, we're going to have you open fire as well. So he's getting hit. This guy looks like he's going to get missed. We're going to slow down. And we are going to open fire as well. At close range. Now these torpedoes, we don't want to hit them, so we're going to turn. So that guy's toast, and this guy is toast as well. Meanwhile, so that's what we call close quarters attack with destroyers. We weren't very successful with torpedoes. These two ships dodged. Torpedoes are still off here this way. But I think we did pretty good. Let's get everybody back in line here. Form everybody up. So these guys are coming up, and the other guys will join them. I'm not worried about these torpedoes being in the way or our ships hitting them. They should avoid them perfectly fine. What I am kind of concerned about is when you have a formation battle line. Let's spread you guys out a little bit, Joey, so that the distance is better. Yeah, why are you so close, my friend? Because I don't know. I think in the battle group, Lexington is out front, so she's gonna pass. Look at what she's doing, my God. I've been on a ship when they do high-speed maneuvers like that on a carrier, and the boat shakes and rumbles, and you know the pitch is not that great, but the ship, complete ship, rumbles inside when you make those movements. You think a displacement of a large ship like that, and how the waves and just turning into against the waves impact the ship, and it's pretty amazing to be on that side. Let's see what these guys are doing. So Conway and Jenkins are gonna speed up and go join the fleet again in their positions at lead. They'll be in the front. Now these other ships, Canberra, some of these are not sure what they were supposed to do, so they're kind of squirrely back here. But because of the formation, a battle line puts those lines of ships and the two destroyers out front. When these guys separated, when the Jenkins and the Conway separated from the fleet, and I formed them in battle line again, that meant the other ships needed to move into different positions, and those different positions, who knows what they were going to be. So let's speed these up. So see, Pittsburgh is trying to figure out where his place is in the battle line. So he's in number 4, which is a trailing position. The way this formation works is 1, 2, 3, 4 is the center line, and then you have a line of ships here and a line of ships here, and then the two destroyers out front. And these guys are getting back into their assigned positions, which are 10 and 9. Let's put them back the way they were. Hit form up again. And as we come over here, we look and we see, it appears that this guy wants to probably be in front of Boston. So 8 would be up here maybe. But he's having troubles overtaking this ship. The center line's forming perfectly okay. Conway and Jenkins are, looks like they're unsure. They'll get there eventually. Let's see how it works out. But yeah, this whole engagement was courtesy of one of my commenters on the videos. Who expressed, oh, it would be nice to see torpedoes take out those supply ships. So that's what we did. Now, as you see, these torpedoes are still running. And what's the status on torpedoes here? You have no torpedoes, and you have no torpedoes. So you're out, both of you. No, you got 3 in each over here in number 9. But we're not going to worry about that right at the moment. We're going to just continue on and see what they do. So his side of the group is over here, and his side is in front of this ship, Canberra. So he's looking to speed up. So to fix that, you can slow everybody down to a nice crawl. Turn on your sonars for those involved, and everybody should settle into their positions now. See how the destroyers are overtaking. What's happening over here? This guy says my position is in front of you, so he's avoiding to be here per se, close to that. This guy's catching up to enclose the. In fact, we can do that. Why not? So everybody's gonna tighten up, get into positions. And that's what we want them to do. So this guy still seems a little confused to where he wants to be. So we have a little miscommunication here. This guy is unsure where he's supposed to be. So again, these guys were yeah, it's a little screwy. Jenkins and Conway are supposed to be out front leading, and we didn't change 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Because of the oddity of the distance, these two destroyers somehow switched with these two to not be where they're supposed to be. So let's get out. There's not much more playing around with that. Spent enough time on it already. So let's look at this formation. Convoy. Excuse me? Oh, it was convoy. It wasn't battle line. That's why. Yeah, battle line is different. So what does battle line look like with this group? See, now we have 10 and 9 here. That's why. That was my bad. So we're going to go back to convoy because I like having the two carriers in the middle. Two destroyers out front for screens, and then these guys all protect the carriers with their guns. So that's how that works. Let's get these guys back on a course. I think I like doing something like this. And let's get rid of the markers. And you're over the, that's an awful lot of depth charge, you guys. But that's what we wanted. That's what we got. Let's keep going. I kind of like to have this taken care of before we can move on. We've gone below 3,000, which is an issue because when... Where are you? Alright, we had a... Where were you? Oh, you were coming down here, weren't you? Yeah, this guy. So when this guy gets here, we're going to have to get supplies as well as engineering. Because we have the fuel, we just need engineering and then probably whatever we can off supplies. And we can't really do that here. We can't do that there. So somewhere on the way back, we need to get supplies. We can get one from there maybe. No. So we're going to stop here. And and see if we can fix that problem, because this is going to be an issue. Do any of you guys have anything on you? Oh, you do. Okay. Let's unload your supplies that you brought over. Doesn't do much. I think we can afford to take off some of these injured guys, so let's do that. Let's go manage cargo, and I want you guys to grab some of these dudes. And what does that do for our invasion? Not much. So these guys are taking forever to get there. Yeah, Denpasar is really not a thing we can take off either. So we're gonna come here to Palembang, right? Or is it here? Jakarta. Jakarta. So from here, all right, manage cargo. What do you have on you? You have fuel. So we need to take engineering. And that's it. And then we're going to go from here to Jakarta. Right? Jakarta? Yeah. So let's course you over here. So these fighters are still doing their screen, even without cap, which is fine. This guy's still doing his, still doing his. So if you set them on a course on your own, they will. It looks like Kuala Lumpur has been taken, which is good. So now we're going to take off some more troops. So let's do that. So this is pretty much where we're going to be, but the only thing is if I take off 1,000, we're going to be broken here. So we're going to go to our destroyers and do some of this. I'm okay with that. So if they take 1,000, we'll be at 1232. So that's just enough. You guys can go on a run now, and your run is going to be to Puerto Princesa to drop off your troops, and then we're going to go get some more supplies and things. And from where, Wake Island is probably a good spot, or maybe we'll go all the way back here to Midway. Yeah, so over here, let's make another run. In fact, you guys could probably do a long run. Manila's coming in. How's Pelelu doing? You're good. Guam, how are you doing? You're good. When I say good, I mean there's more supplies than troops. You're fine. Truck, no longer really using you. Remember at the start of this playthrough, we tried to invade Truck, and it was just stupid trying to. And I did bombardments, and it did no impact on the levels of airfield and port here. It was a 5-5. I thought it was broken and that you couldn't attack it, but you just had to apply more ships to bombard for that to work. And we finally did do that and take it. So I'm gonna load up and we're gonna go a little bit heavy on maybe supplies to try and even out wake a little bit more. We have about a 9,000 gap here, so we can probably go supply heavy here. That's about as far as I want to go with that, and then we'll do that. And in fact, let's go with a little troopy guys just to be happy here. These are specialized frogmen groups that we've taken, and they're gonna come down and yeah, you guys go here. And Midway's coming back up, and they're gonna start making their runs. There's a little break here in distance from here to here, so they'll be broken for a bit. What we're gonna do is when this group arrives, we're gonna have them sit until this guy arrives at Midway, and then we'll be able to work that out. So the next thing is this one here. We're gonna let him get here. That's I think our next goal. Again, airfield here is what we're shooting for. And to do that, we need some stuff. So let's manage some cargo here and see what we can grab. So I kind of don't want to break anything here. I think that's enough for that. And so we have engineering, we have fuel, enough for an airfield. I think we could probably get away with taking another engineering just to be safe. That kind of breaks this a little bit, but I'm okay with it. Yeah, that's enough. So you guys are gonna go all the way here. I like to get this airfield up before we depart. You guys probably need some help. Maybe not, but we'll see what we can do. I don't think we have any issues here. I think we're going to be fine. Let's get the ball rolling. So Manila, do we want to bombard it or do we want to go in and just take it? The last time we just took a place was Iwo Jima. It has a 4 and a 3. Or I think it was down to a, I don't know. I think it was a 3 and a 2 maybe. And we took it with this impacted. And you see it's got fuel and engineering. Airfield does not, well, it's after midnight, so, or after dark, so we can't. But that airfield does not work, it's broken. That may be because we took it with the airfield. So Manila, we're gonna just destroy. Because I don't want to have Okinawa be or Manila be a non-airfield location. So with all the, with this guy, with all the, not 6 inches, 8 inch, you bombard, you can't. Okay, so you got not a very good situation there. Where's the other one? Where's our fancy dancy? Manila Defense Force. Yeah. Manila Defense Force has got some bang boomers here, and they can go in and break them down. We may want to try that at nighttime. And then we have this guy up here, which has got You have shells that you can bombard. You have shells you can bombard. You have shells. You have shells. Yeah, so you can join in the effort to put a big smackdown on this boy. And you have a carrier to defend yourself as well. So it's not a big carrier, but it's a carrier. Let's make sure we're not touching any screens over here. Looks like we might right there and right there. But if we move you, and let's course you a little bit over here this way. Maybe that will be okay. Watch, they were fine where they were, and now I'm going to move them, and they're going to be not in a good position. Yeah, this guy's going to be a problem. I want to course you like this. Maybe that'll be okay. I'm concerned about this guy. Yeah, okay, that's better. Oh, these are not good. Let's move you again. I want you to be a little bit more over here. And we want you to, let's see what that was again here. I want you to scout there. Let's see if we can make that happen. It didn't look like it liked it. So let's see if it comes back tomorrow. So in the morning, hopefully we get a launch of aircraft. We did, Hellcats. Let's make sure they're on the right spot though. So this is our square. This is where we want our Hellcats to be, right in here the whole time. So let's course you to be like this. And you're going to stay up for a longer time, so I'm making this crazy pattern. Close enough. That's enough for you guys. Let's see if they do that for the following days. Awful lot of aircraft up here right now. Alright, we were going to unload all cargo. Okay, we're ready to click the button. We have ample enough engineering, fuel, supplies. We've taken the base entirely. We've unloaded everything. Let's go see if we can get an airfield over here. Cross your fingers. What kind of odds do we think we have? Is it the errors that were made down here at some of these other airfield locations that don't exist? Was it me clicking this button before we had complete control? But who knows? Okay, so we have an airfield, right? You would think. So if I click this button and nothing shows up, it means that that base is never determined to have a airfield, and that's fine. You shouldn't have the option then. Oh, we do get airfield. Okay, awesome. So I think you have to wait until you've completely taken it over. In other words, it's blue, all blue. Then you have all the supplies, fuel and engineering to in fact have aircraft here. And then you get aircraft, and that's what we want. So I'm going to bow forward out a couple scouty scouts, and I want you to It's kind of the edge of the map, but we're gonna go over here. So let's send one out. 702 is about as far as we can go. Let's do one of these. 702. So you do that forever. Never stop, ever, ever. And let's send out another one. And we want you guys to do this spot right here. Close enough. Do that so we see if anything's coming. And we want to protect our fighters or our ships, so you guys are going to be perpetual protectors of Kuala Lumpur Defense Force. Alright, you know I love this. Come on. So I think it does break it up into aircraft and then, or ships and then aircraft. So we know we've gone too far when we start seeing nothing but aircraft. Kandari. There you go. And do that forever. Actually, no, you don't want to do that because you'll have to redo it again tomorrow. So hurricanes, we want you to just scout the bay. And scout the bay means do this, and 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 this. And you guys just do that forever, hopefully. And you can go somewhere that's beneficial, which is probably Wake Island. So let's send you to Wake and have you participate in some other transporting of goods. What do we have over here? We have Supply Wake. You're going to unload. Of course, why would you be where you're supposed to be? So we'll let these guys do their thing. What do you guys got? Sup, Cebu? Okay. You want to manage cargo. And I kind of want you to be even Steven. So we're going to say take some engineering. We can take fuel. Nice. We're going to stop you right there because we need you to get in and drop off what you have on you. So, unload. We got some engineering or fuel we can unload, take off. So, because you're already there, we can send you guys now to do your even Steven swap. And you can go to Wake. First, we need to put some cargo on you. So, engineering, fuel, troops, supplies. Let's have you guys go with just supplies. And then troops and supplies. You got to keep an eye on that. Troops and supplies. I'm okay with that. So you guys go do that run. You guys are going up, which is good. And New Guinea is doing a run. I think we need to probably maximize you a little bit better. By meaning, we could start thinking about maybe I don't think it needs it. I think we're going to keep you just the way you are. I'm okay with that. Yeah, we're just going to keep you the way you are. And we want you to be happy all the way around. Yeah. And where do we need to send you in New Guinea? So, last one went here to Sarong, and you're good. I think we send you back to Sarong. I don't think that puts us up to a 3 yet. Calving is a 3. Rabal is not close really to anything. Lay is a 2. Milne Bay. Port Moresby's maxed out. What about Horn? Horn is not really worth playing with right now. We're going to send you back to Sarong. Let you do that. Get these cleared out a little bit. Donks Devils. Have we found Donks Devils finally having something in the game? I'm impressed. I'm shocked. I'm concerned. Let's begin and see what we find. Begin. Okay, at least you're under the surface, which is good. I'm zoomed way out here. So let's get the scope up. I'm going to guess there's aircraft. I'm going to guess that these guys are way out of whack. Let's see what the distance is here. We're not in range. So it looks like a supply group. Number 1, are you the Bang Bang guy? No, you're not. So this oiler, no guns, no guns. We got no sign of aircraft. Let's turn on our radar. Let's pipe up the engines here, go full speed. Now the thing with these guys is they have a tendency to run away, and they can outrun us. So we're going to give them a little bit. We're not in range to shoot our torpedoes, and kind of want that off as well. Turn that off. So here's the thing, boys. I think we're going to wait until we're on a straight, and then we're going to speed up and try and let's see if we can. What's our distance here? Let's see if we can. They're only going 12, so let's see if we can get ahead of them. So if we come over and we look at this guy, and we say, if we surface the boat, are you going to turn? Let's surface the boat and find out. So we're up to 20. Can they see us? Oh yeah, I can see us right there. But the thing is, are they going to turn? If they don't turn, they can't see us. And if they can't see us, we can get ahead of them. Are they increasing their speed? No. Are they doing anything? I'd like to utilize torpedoes on this guy. Still don't like that whole arc thing. Just doesn't do well with me. The distance is the thing. We want to get ahead of them. So when we get ahead, then we can turn in. So I want to get maybe to here, and then we'll turn in. We'll see how that works for us. We're still only going 12 knots. These guys, if we can, we will, send torpedoes for them. And then, so I can see us right there. So the whale, my friend, you are doing the best you can to stay out of trouble. Let's be sure that you're staying out of trouble. See, we are getting ahead of them. We kind of want to think about diving the boat here shortly. And then aligning ourselves so that we are actually, let's dive the boat. Periscope depth. Immediately we go down. So now we have to align our torps. So here's the thing. Let's make sure that's still on. We're going to shoot from the bow, so we have to turn. So we're going to turn to the right. See if that places that red dot in that pie chart there. It doesn't. From the back, we're in. I want us to just go in. We'll see if it gets there eventually. We're still on the back torpedoes, being an option. These guys don't have any guns, so we're not really too concerned. We can get in ahead of them or in the middle of them, then we can surface and use our deck gun. We're doing a lot of close combat today, so that might be interesting. Let's see if we can go more direct route. We're expanding. We're narrowing. We're still on the aft torpedoes for whatever reason, working for us. Forward, you would think would work, but I think it's backwards in this mod. So the forward torpedoes are acting like the aft torpedoes, and the aft torpedoes are acting like the forward torpedoes because they seem in alignment. In the 90 and every other sub game I've watched, this 90 position is the best position to be in for attacking. Not in this one. Not the way this is running. We're getting close enough. I think we're going to do a hard right turn because I want to use these torpedoes. So let's do a hard right turn. See what that does for us. Yep, we're in. Straighten out. And we're a good distance away. So I want to shoot now. We're at 82%. Do a slight adjustment, see if we can get this number down. 20 would be okay. Alright, we're going to sit there and we're going to shoot. So there's 3 torpedoes out for you. This guy should be our next target. Like that solution to go up. We need that pie, the red dot, to be in that marker. We're gonna shoot now. And because we're out of torpedoes here, we are going to rush in. And we're going to rush in using the method of follow the last torpedoes that we were shot, which are going to be this direction. So we're going to go that way. And we're going to see if these guys hit. I want to scope down. And we'll watch them from the other end. Will these hit here? Probably. Will these hit here? I don't know. Maybe not. But if they do hit, we're good to go. Number 2, on the other hand, is going to be our next target, which is going to be this guy. So now, torpedoes should be loading. We have almost 3 minutes before we have 1 torpedo in. But we're gonna let these guys just do their thing. So for now, let's watch up close and see what this guy does. Once they get hit, the other ships are gonna go squirrel on us. These are gonna be good. That should be a sinkage. And if we look over here, you are going to turn. So these torpedoes are not going to hit. So we go back to, they're turning away, and they will start increasing their speed. Or maybe not. We're at 10. Number 3, status. Critical, you're gonna sink. This guy might not be able to turn out of the way. That's fine. We are very close. Do we want to surface the boat and start shooting? We're going to wait. We don't need to rush it. We're going to wait until these torpedoes either miss. If they miss, we're going to go for it. It looks to me like he's... let's surface the boat and see if we can get him to turn in. And auto gunnery, please. And I kind of want you to shoot at this guy first. Yep, so that's not going to happen. Are we shooting star shells? Really? Really? Star shells? So we're on HE, which is good. I'm okay with that. We do want to keep following this guy, though. This guy should be easy pickings. We are close enough. Alright, we're starting to make hits. So let's watch this guy a little bit. I like how the shells are like a noodle or a fuzzy wuzzy thing. You know, they look like pipes they're shooting at them. Yeah, like up here, it looks like it's a barrel. Or see it? Yeah. Doesn't even... You can make it realistic. They don't need to make it that way. It looks like a thing that's not a ammunition. We do have to be aware of the ammo. So go over here and we look and we see we are at 98. What's the status on number 1? Report. Number 1 is heavy. I think he's probably going to be done. Let's do a switch. Let's go over to AP. Hold. And fire. Let's get some AP into him. We only got 40 of these, so maybe 5 or 10. Yep, I don't know where the hell that one was going to. So that's 5. Let's hold. Let's go back to HE. Double check on number 1 again. Critical heavy. She's probably going to burn or sink down. I think we stop. We're going to change our direction. I want to spot him. Ouchie. Let's see what number 2 is looking like after that. 2, critical. Let's cease. Go back to this one. So that guy took 1 hit and he went down. This guy's struggling on. Yeah, get in there. Get in these cargos. Blow some stuff up. He's at 2 knots, so we can actually slow down. And he's done too. So I would say well done. Let's dive the boat. And that's what we say to Donk's Devils, finally getting a mission under their belt. Torpedo status. We got 2 torpedoes in the bow, and we got 10 in the rear. these guys will reload what they have, and then that'll be it. So we missed a few torpedoes. We see these 3 that went off. It's really hard to attack. The only way you can really do it is if you launch from the rear and the bow at the same time. So, and the reason why that's hard is because you have a solution, target solution. And if you target one ship, wait for the solution to build up on the rear, you can't target the bow on another ship until these have been shot. So there's a time difference, and that makes it difficult. Now, we could have probably shot 2 torpedoes instead of 3, but it all worked out in the end. So I'd say well done. You did your job. Let's put your scope down, get you back up to your cruising speed, and continue on your mission. And then maybe next time we're going to have to rearm you. So let's leave. Well done. You got 3 ships, 11,000 tons. I'd say job well done. The Whale, part of Donk's Devils, all the way up in the Curry Sea, of the Yellow Sea, or whatever. I think this is the Yellow Sea. I don't know. We'll call it the Yellow Sea. But you're going to have to go and rearm, which is all the way down to Peleliu. I think we could probably afford to take the Herring and course you up here and have you replace her. We're going to wait until you get there before you depart. And then we're going to send you to rearm. Let's get to the morning here. Everybody else is doing their thing. I am missing something, though. I think we had something happening. What were we doing? We had to supply. No. No. Unload all your cargo, my friend. This is turning into quite the bunker buster here. Manila, you need to go back to Wake. Let's send you back. Who else we got over here that's Asian Group 2? You have stuff on you that we need to unload. And you're going to go all the way to Midway, let's say. And we may swap you out for a different carrier and give you a Casablanca and retire the Prince William. That might be a good option. These guys are still doing their Liberator stuff, which I like. Yep, kind of missed one here. So it looks like, it seems we can only launch out 3. We did launch out, of course it won't show me. We did launch out, I think, 7 Liberators to do their thing. And that's been pretty good. What else we got going on here? You guys are going back. You're doing a good thing. So this SCS screen here, let's go tactical on you. And I think this is where we call this one, and we say we've done a pretty good job today, I think. I think we've had a good video today. I think we've done some things that were out of the box. Donk's Devils got involved, submarine, in multiple methods, torpedoes and surface engagement with some pretty defenseless supply ships, but hey, that's part of it. No mercy in this kind of thing. You got to take it when you get it. We had surface engagement of torpedoes that was successful to a point, and then we had to go in with the guns using 2 destroyers against 3 supply ships. I think was pretty cool. Thank you for asking for that. I think that was a cool thing to add to the game. The next few videos are going to be pretty, I don't know. We'll see what we come up with. We might come up with something really cool. Again, let's have some recommendations if you have any, or if you like the way we're progressing in the game, utilizing all these different ships and fleets, maxing out. Do you want to put together another fleet? Maybe that's something we could do. That might be fun. Yeah, I think we're having fun here. I think we're enjoying this. At least I am. I hope you are. And yeah, come back if you haven't subscribed and you'd like to subscribe to continue on with this series and other series to follow. We'll try to make it fun for you. And I thank you for watching. Yeah, the simplest stuff is subscribe and maybe a thumbs up if you're happy with what I'm putting out. Haven't gotten a recommendation yet for any editing software. I don't know how that would actually work for me. It's not really my style. I do make longer videos. This is almost a 2-hour video, so it's going to take a while to upload. And hopefully everything works out and you guys enjoy it, because that's the reason why I'm doing it. I'm having fun, you're having fun, everybody works out. So with that, we will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.